So, Coach,
Yes.
you and your team are in the same spot that BYU was in a year ago, joining this Big 12 conference. What has all of this been like for you guys to go through?
Change is, for some it's uncomfortable. It's expected now, especially in college athletics and in this landscape. And so for me, it's just about preparing the team. The other good thing I would say that comes with this, you don't lose the competitiveness.
Yeah.
Right where we were, there were 8 teams in the pack that went, to the tournament. There were 8 teams in the Big 12 that went to the tournament. And so when we can say and recruit that we're playing on that national stage, that we don't lose that advantage, that you're still going to be seen by all the WNBA scouts, that there's an opportunity to go to the next level from here. It's just more about selling the story of how it can be, an advantage versus a disadvantage. And for me, I was, when I heard it, I was thrilled, obviously sad to leave such a historic conference, but you're joining another one. And I think for us, from a recruiting standpoint, it just opens the door across the country of where we can recruit, the players we can tap into. So it's all positives on our end.
And a lot of people can look at fit in different ways. They can look at it being it's a fit on the court. Right. It could be a fit culturally.
Right.
How good of a fit do you think it is for ASU?
I think more competitive. I think it's a competitive advantage. You're going to see different styles of play. You get to be in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
And so I think for us, it's about just about competing, right? It doesn't matter. Every gym is home. And so we just get an opportunity to be on the biggest stage, competing against the best in the game. And so there's no night off when you come into the Big 12.
Picked 15th in the conference. How did that sit with you guys?
It didn't matter. I've been doing this long enough. It's about you don't spend a lot of time there.
Yeah.
Ask our football coach. He's picked 16th. He's not sitting there. Right. So I think it's about knowing who you are, knowing what you need to be competitive. For us, our first year, we only had 6 healthy players. Second year, we only had 7. Well, it's hard to compete that way. Now we have 15. And so I look at it from the standpoint of it's go time now, right? Where we're able to do and people are able to see a Coach A-led team. We're healthy enough to show it. So it doesn't matter.
What is your style on the court? And does it change now with some different teams that may play a different way?
It doesn't change. We're always going to be that team that prides itself in defense, right? Our motto is we defend, rebound, run, and score in that order. And we want to be relentless on the glass. We want to lead the conference, top in the country in rebounding. And our defense is going to create the tempo in which we want to play with. Up-tempo, transition-based, but not one-dimensional.
Right.
If we have to slow it down and score in the half court, we want to make sure we take pride in both sides of the ball. And so being able to go recruit the talent that we need, we have height, we have depth, we have size, and we have experience at this level. I think that's the biggest thing, having elite players. We have 4 players that have played in the Big 12.
Right.
So we have a little bit of a sneak peek.
Sure.
We have all conference guards. For me, we check off all the boxes, and now it's time to go.
Well, and I mean, it's the nature of college sports where you're getting players in, they're transferring in, and you've got a couple of players that have come into the program. What type of talent has come into this program?
Well, it's the power of the portal, right?
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people hate it. It's been an advantage for us. And I think more importantly, we have character first kids. I don't compromise character for talent and the integrity in our program, but we have players who are hungry. But we have players that feel a need. We needed a defensive mindset toughness, so we were able to get that in Jazzion Jackson. Nevaeh Parkinson, she's a force inside. I call her my baby Barkley, right? we were able to identify that. Kennedy Basham, we did not, a 6'7" is 6'7", and you can't change that, but she's done it on a big stage. Jazzy, Jaya Levette, she comes to us, and she's just this, I call her my pit bull, relentless scorer, defender. So we were able to be strategic in the pieces that we needed to go along with what we had. And it's, that you are onto something when the players are excited about it. They hear who we're recruiting, and they take a responsibility in making sure that they talk about our program and why that particular student athlete should join our family. So it was a group effort, a team effort, and I'm excited that it all came together.
When you're in a conference that has this many teams in it. Obviously, you know, the travel thing has been brought up a lot, but one of the things that the conference has done is, even though the regionality of sports is somewhat going away, you are going to be playing home and home with Utah
Right.
and Arizona and now BYU. So to be able to have some regionality, are you all for that?
I am, because it still keeps, it keeps the rivalry, of course,
Sure.
but it still makes it a little familiar, right? You don't completely lose, all of kind of what you had before,
Right.
and it keeps us in the, like you said, in the part of the region where we're familiar. But I think it opens up the door to new opportunities and possibilities. And I joke with a lot of people. For us, when we have to go to play UCF, right, we gain 3 hours back, right?
Right.
So for some, it's
Yeah.
a time difference, but for us, we'll go and we'll come back and we'll still have that extra 3 hours to continue on with our day. I think you just embrace it. For us, we look more about who we're playing against, the talent in which we're going to be playing every night in the Big 12. The stage is set, and so for us, I think it's just a matter of who is it, and let's get ready.
Well, Coach, thank you so much. Welcome to the conference.
Thank you so much.